So this is a cute problem where it asks you for the perimeter of this crazy shape. And it seemingly does not give you enough information, because if you try to figure out what the perimeter is of a shape, you know that's just going to be the sum of all the sides, right? We're going to take this side right here, and we're going to add it to this side right here, and we're going to add it to this side right here, and all the way around, you're going to keep on doing that. Well, the problem in this figure is that I don't know what this location is right here. And so that's just a mystery xy, and I don't know the y location right here. So how am I supposed to figure out what the perimeter of this shape is? It might be a little confusing. And the purpose of this exercise is to get you thinking about things more visually. This is not a formulaic problem. This is very much a visual problem where you try to move things around. And what I'm going to suggest is we just look at what happens if we take this line right here and we move it over like that. Okay? And now let's do another one. Let's take this line down here and we move it over here. Now, I haven't changed the length of those red lines, right? But when you draw it this way, you can see that the perimeter of this shape doesn't actually care about those portions that look like they're kind of crazy and they go inwards. Since everything is a right angle and there's no doubling back on itself, this length is equal to this one, this length is equal to this one, and so on. This length is equal to this one, this length is equal to this one, and all the way around the triangle. So, not triangle, rectangle. So what we're looking at here is really just a question where it asks, what's the perimeter of the outer shape? And we're given a few things in these points, and it really should be everything we need to calculate the perimeter in this problem. Okay, so pretend for a moment that we just have this square. What is the length of this side? Right here. Well, we're going from a y value of 8 up to a y value of 24. And that's a distance of 16. Is it 16? 16, yes. That's a distance of 16 right there. And let's pop into another color here. If I want to talk about this distance right here, that's going from an x value of 4 over to an x value of 21. Well, that's a change of 17. And now we know enough about this rectangle to figure everything out, because this side over here is going to be 17. Okay, this side over here is going to be 16. They're opposite sides. So our perimeter equals 16 plus 17 plus 16 plus 17, which is going to be 66. Okay, so you see this was really quite a simple problem, although it looks impossible at first glance. You have to move shapes around visually in your mind, and this sort of technique is kind of typical in a standardized test. They'll ask you this because it gets you thinking about geometry more visually instead of algebraically.